Be sure to subscribe for more content.
What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to the BigBC Finance Channel, and I hope you're having a very lovely day. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking all about XRP, what's happened to it recently, and where we think the price is going to go to on the shorter term, as well as a longer term price prediction here on XRP. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. And of course, if you appreciate the daily analysis on this channel and you're one of the 86% of people that watch my videos that have not yet subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button. So without further ado, let's talk about XRP, and let's start off with what's happened with it recently and then get onto our price predictions. So what we've seen here on XRP since the FTX fallout has been some fairly tame price behavior. Basically, we've been in some sort of sideways motion, and if we zoom out enough, we can kind of see that this has just been a channel that the price has been trading in on XRP over the course of the past several weeks. So basically, we can draw kind of support that looks a bit like this on XRP, and we can kind of draw a resistance that looks like this on XRP, and we have some sort of channel here where the price has just been trading in this support holding the price up since the 25th of November, and this resistance holding the price down since the same time frame. Of course, we did have this blip up here where prices shot above it very briefly, but price came back down quickly. So this is why, in my opinion, this is still valid. Now, if this does end up playing out, this actually does become some sort of triangle. Now, a triangle is a chart pattern that could tell us where the price of XRP is going in the near future. So we look at this pattern, and if prices do start to do something like this, where we're trading over the next few days like this on XRP, for example, and we see prices start to break below the support, then we can expect some sort of price target to come from that. And that's because it's broken out below the support of this chart pattern here. We want to see, of course, large red candles looking like this one, for example. We want to see increase in volume that we see down here, and if we do actually see that, then we get a price target which is the distance of the first test of the support, which is down here, and the first test of the resistance, which is up here. We just drag our measuring tool to wherever a breakout may be on the price here, and we get a price target from this at around 33 cents. Now, if we do see a breakout to the upside on XRP, as is possible with a triangle that looks like this, then we should see, by the very same premise, a price target of 43% in the upwards direction. Now, this is an 11% trade in either direction, so it is something I am watching out for, because if we do see that breakout with an increase in momentum and volume, then we could potentially make an 11% trade, and that is, of course, very, very welcomed. Now, we can see that the triangle is starting to end here. If we just go into the future and just kind of drag these lines along like this, you can see that we do have a deadline for XRP to make its mind up. Of course, the price cannot go past this point here on the 15th of December without breaking either a resistance or a support. So in essence, the price could break out within the next hour as the shortest case summary, or we could see the price go on for days and days on XRP, but eventually it will have to make its mind up, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm just basically looking for any type of breakout from this resistance that we have here or the support that we have down here, and I've just shown you the price targets as well, so that is what I'd be looking for if we do see that breakout. Now what I think is most likely here for XRP is for prices to head below this support and head down to our 34 cents region, and that is because I'm just short-term bearish on all of crypto at the moment. If we have a look at Bitcoin, for example, our lead cryptocurrency, which is basically the tune of the cryptocurrency market, so if we see a move on Bitcoin, chances are we see that throughout altcoins such as XRP as well. Then if we go on the day chart, we can see that Bitcoin, I believe, is in some sort of bear flag pattern. This is another chart pattern that we are clearly seeing on Bitcoin, in my opinion, and basically what a bear flag is a continuation pattern. So it starts off with a very large drop in price. So this is this region here with the FTX fallout. This is the flagpole in the bear flag, and the second part of this pattern is this consolidation region. So the prices get down to a certain level, and over the course of some time the prices trade within a channel, and you can see the channel here is drawn by a support, this yellow line down here, and the resistance, this yellow line up here. And for the past 3 weeks, nearly a month now on Bitcoin, the price has just been trading within this channel there, and this forms the flag. And at some point, if this pattern is to complete, then we would see the price break down below this level, 16,100, and if it does that, and only when it does that, then we should see a price target of this bear flag to be 13,200, and we get that price target from this bear flag by just measuring the length of this flagpole to where it touches the resistance here in yellow. We just drag our flagpole to where the price may break out from, and then you can see that the price target does become 13,200. So this is why I'm bearish on crypto in the short term, is because I'm pretty sure we are seeing this bear flag play out on Bitcoin. Of course, I could be wrong, as chat patterns are not perfect. So if we see this on Bitcoin, then I will be more bullish on XRP. But because I think we are seeing this bear flag and we're seeing Bitcoin go to 13,200, it's just going to add a bearish bias onto the whole cryptocurrency market. And I think it's going to help XRP get down to this level at around 33, 34 cents here. So in the short term, this is my prediction for XRP. And of course, what we also have to understand is that stocks and crypto have been fairly correlated. Both are risk assets and both have been affected in a similar way in the economy we've seen in 2022. And of course, with the stock market, it does look like we're coming out of a bear rally and starting to head in a downwards direction. Now, this bear market rally is similar to the one we saw back in August. And back in August, we saw Bitcoin pump from around 18,000 to 25,000. So there is definitely a correlation. Of course, this time around, the bear market rally on Bitcoin was interrupted because of the FTX fallout. But otherwise, the correlation is still there, and since I believe the S&P is heading down to 3,680 at the very least because of the price target from this rising wedge pattern, I do think it's going to add a bearish bias onto cryptocurrencies, because stock market, cryptocurrencies correlated, and of course that's going to help Bitcoin get down to 13,200. So when Bitcoin does that, when the S&P gets down to 3,680, we should see XRP head down to these levels, in my opinion. But it does play into a longer term price target that I want to show you guys, because this is pretty exciting. Now, longer term here on XRP, I am actually undecided at the moment. Of course, it's all down to that SEC lawsuit that Ripple is currently in. And this lawsuit should be closing in the near future. Of course, we don't have a date at the moment, but there has been numerous filings from Ripple to try and speed up the process, stop the lawsuit going to trial, and for the judge to make their mind up whether the SEC is correct or whether Ripple is correct. And if Ripple is correct, then I do think this is going to play into this longer term pattern that we've been seeing here. And just like the triangle I've shown you on the shorter term, this is a longer term triangle I am definitely looking at here on XRP. And of course, if Ripple wins this lawsuit, we should see a large pump in the upwards direction. Now, my conservative figure for that pump, just so you guys know, is this distance here. So around a 90% pump from a breakout of this triangle here. So if we see XRP win, we could see prices jet up past this resistance at some point, so 41 cents if it happens at the start of 2023, for example, and we should see prices get to at least 87 cents. Now, of course, if it happens a little bit later, in March 2023, for example, then we should see 77 cents. And of course, guys, this is my conservative estimate. As you can see, this triangle actually extends further back. So if this whole triangle here is to be completely respected, and we do see a breakout from this triangle that XRP has been forming since October 2020, that would actually give us a price target in the upwards direction of $3.95. That's a 786% pump, and this is probably the best case scenario to come from Ripple winning that lawsuit. But this is something that I am potentially monitoring, because, you know, this is a chart pattern of a triangle. We've got a very reliable support. It's only been intercepted once in this region here, back when the SEC started the lawsuit, and we've got this resistance coming down on XRP that has been respected 6-7 times now, again with a very small blip in this region, but generally respected to the T. And of course, these two trend lines at some point will have to be intercepted, and that time looks around to be April 2023. And of course, if we have a look at the news articles, it says somewhere, I cannot remember where it says now, but basically they're trying to fast track it to be finished by the very latest of the first quarter of 2023. So that should give it a deadline of the end of March 2023, and that kind of coincides with the end of where this triangle is. So that is actually pretty convenient. Of course, that's quite coincidental, but nonetheless, we should see a breakout from this triangle in either direction when that lawsuit closes, and of course the results are going to be spectacular. So my very conservative estimate for the pump from this triangle is around this distance here, with the test being down here of the support and the resistance being up here. And of course that gives us a price target of about a 90% pump in the upwards direction. If the SEC win, then I can imagine this being the price target from a breakdown of the triangle, which is 17 cents. So these are my immediate price targets for if the lawsuit concludes. And if it's in Ripple's favor, it'll be about 87 cents as the price target. And if it is in the SEC's favor, I think Ripple's going down to at least 17 cents. But of course, my most ambitious price target to come from this is $3.90 in the upwards direction at a 780% pump. But of course, if we do go in the downwards direction, if the SEC wins, then we could also see that price target being a breakout to the downwards direction at around 3.7 cents. So an 88% loss if it does happen, which, you know guys, it is cryptocurrency, so something of this magnitude could definitely happen. So basically, in summary, just keep your eyes peeled for what happens with that SEC lawsuit. I do think it will be absolutely huge what will happen here with Ripple as soon as that concludes. And of course, it will be a massive trade to be had. So no excuses to miss that. I'm just keeping with what the news articles are telling us. Of course, that's the only way we can find out. And we don't know exactly when it is, but it should not be too long in the future now. It could be as early as this month in 2022 or in Q1 2023, but just watch out. But when it does happen, it will be epic. So that's pretty much all I have to say on XRP. That's what I'm watching out for, the shorter term price prediction that I have, where I think it's going to go to, and then this longer term price predictions. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this content helpful, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video.